Assalamu alaykum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Asbillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Raheem. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Raheem. Malik Yawmiddin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin wa barik wa sallam da'iman abada. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma anfa'ni bima 'allamtani wa 'allimni ma yanfa'uni wa zidni ilma. Alhamdulillah kulli hal. Today I will try to uh, explain the message of Surah Kahaf. We know that Surah Kahaf is read to get protection from the affliction of Dajjal, from the affliction of end time, from the fitna of the end times. But we just read Surah Kahaf and we forget what is the message of Surah Kahaf. We often read Quran without understanding and we forget what is the message of Quran, and this is a very big negligence. It's written in Quran also. Allah subhanahu is saying, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَى قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Do they not then earnestly seek to understand the Quran, or are their hearts locked up by them? So we should not lock up our hearts and see what's the message of Quran. So it's not just like reading Surah Kahf. We have to see what is Surah Kahf telling us. Surah Kahf is there's a story of young people who try to save themselves from affliction, from the fitnas of their time. So that's why they are mentioned here, and we have to follow what those young people did to save themselves from the afflictions of their time. And we will, if we do those deeds, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us in this time from the afflictions of this time and afflictions of Dajjal, inshallah. So what are their deeds? Let's see what are their deeds. First of their most important deed is ibad of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even before they are entering the cave, what are they saying? ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. They are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help for his mercy and for his guidance. And even when they entered the cave, and after they sleep and wake up, again they are remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when they wake up, what do they say? قالوا ربكم أعلم بما لبثتم. When they wake up and they ask how long they have been sleeping, they tell each other, Allah subhanahu knows how long we have been sleeping. So they are remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time. So this is the first amal which we have to do to save ourselves from afflictions of the end time. That is remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has also said, at the time of affliction, at the time of fitna, person who is busy in remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in ibadah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's just like he's migrating towards me. He's just like doing hijrah toward me. So this is the first amal. So what are the second amal of Ashab Kahf? Let's see. The second amal of Ashab Kahf, after remembrance of Allah subhanahu, when they wake up, what do they say? أحدكم بورقكم هذه إلى المدينة فلينظر أيها أزكى طعاما فليأتكم برزق منه. And they wake up and they send one of their companions to the city with currency, and he tell them to bring food that is pure, that is halal, bring the best halal food for them. So what does it mean? It means in the cave they did not cut off from the world. They know how to earn their living, how to earn their livelihood, how to earn rizq halal, how to deal with people. So this is the second amal that we have to be concentrated upon, that is ma'amalat, dealing, transactions with the people, okay, and how to earn our living, how to earn rizq halal. So this is the second amal of sadaqah. First was remembering of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and second is ma'amalat, rizq halal, dealing with people and doing job, working to earn halal. Okay, what else? What are the other third amal of sadaqah? Okay, and then they tell their companion, وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ. Be polite, have good manners when you go to the city. So this is the third amal, to have good manner, good akhlaq, good dealing, good polite manners. This is the third amal of deed of Ashab Kahf. So what other deeds they are doing? They are telling them, وَلَا يُشْعِرَنَّ بِكُمْ أَحَدًا إِنَّهُمْ إِنْ يَظْهَرُوا عَلَيْكُمْ يَرْجُمُوكُمْ أَوْ يُعِيدُوكُمْ فِي مِلَّتِهِمْ وَلَنْ تُفْلِحُوا إِذًا أَبَدًا. They are telling their companion to keep secrecy and telling him that no one should know about him, no one should know about them, or they will be taken back and they will be in trouble. So what are they doing? They are not only just relying on ibad of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are struggling also. They are using the worldly means also to achieve their objective, to save themselves. So it's not like just sitting and doing ibadah. You have to struggle, you have to use the worldly means. Okay, so Allah does not like lazy people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in hadith is saying Allah al-Kasibu Habibullah. Allah loves those who work hard. It's another in Surah Anfal also. It's written, وَعِدُّ لَهُمْ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ وَعِدُّ لَهُم مَا اسْتَطَعْتُم مِّن قُوَّةٍ وَمِن رِّبَاطِ الْخَيْلِ تُرْهِبُونَ بِهِ عَدُوَّ اللَّهِ وَعَدُوَّكُمْ وَآخَرِينَ مِن دُونِهِمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, take help as much as possible. وَعِدُّ لَهُم مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. Take help as much as possible from power, from quwwah, and from horses that are tied to make the enemies and make your enemies afraid. So, وَعِدُّ لَهُم مَا اسْتَطَعْتُم مِّن قُوَّةٍ. Struggle as much as possible using the worldly means. Okay, so don't just like sitting and doing ibadah. You have to struggle also. Okay, this is just in another hadith also. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, احرص على ما ينفعك واستعن بالله ولا تعجز. Yeah, work hard in anything that benefits you and to ask for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help and don't lose hope, don't despair. Okay, so this is struggling is very important. Okay, so this is the fourth amal of Ashab Kahf. First, the fourth amal is working hard in this world, plan and struggle. They are planning, okay? They are not just sitting like this and planning and struggling. Okay. So what else? What other amal they are doing? Let us see. Look at this word. وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ وَلَا يُشْعِرَنَّ بِكُمْ أَحَدًا. This is they are telling their companion to do something and wala yushranna, and they are stopping him not to do something wrong. Do something right and stopping him from doing something wrong. وَلْيَتَلَفْتَفْ. Be polite. وَلَا يُشْعِرَنَّ بِكُمْ أَحَدًا. And don't be exposed. Don't let people know. So what is this? This is Amar bil Maruf wa Nahi Anil Munkar. Okay? Our ordering to do good and stopping from something that is wrong. So this is another amal of Ashab Kahf. Amar bil Maruf wa Nahi Anil Munkar. Order to do good and stopping from doing bad. So these are the five amal. Remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, dealing, transaction with people, doing job, working to earn halal, and then manners, good polite manners, and working hard in this world, plan and struggle. And the fifth one, order to do good and stopping from doing bad. But there's another important amal which do not see, we ignore that, and that's the most important amal and for this world. What is that? What did Ashab Kahf did? They went inside the cave. They went inside the cave. So what happened when they went inside the cave? What happened? They stopped all the unnecessary information that was coming from the afflicted world to them. Okay, they stopped all the doors. They could not see what was happening in the afflicted world. They could not hear and they were sleeping, they were not discussing. And this is what's the message of hadith also, that you have to stop the doors of unnecessary information. You have to stop the door of the news coming from the world. Okay, we don't need these news. We don't need what's happening in America, Ukraine, Europe, whatever, all over the world, the news that is coming. We don't need these news, okay, to earn a living, to be a good Muslim, okay, to do take. We have to stop these doors like Ashab Kahf. This is confirmed from many hadiths also. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has clearly told us, better to stay home and break sword in the time of fitna. And Allah, other hadith say, in the time of afflictions, fitna turns toward the person who looks at the fitna. Whoever will look at the fitna, fitna will take him inside. And other hadith say, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, in fitna, affliction, the sitting person is better than the standing one, and the standing one is better than the walking one. And how Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, at the time of affliction, you should become like the rug of your house. You should stay at house, okay? And Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, whoever would watch the fitnas, he will be drawn by them. Another hadith also, this in Muslim ibn Shayba, Ali said, close your eyes. The one who has closed his eyes will be saved from the fitna. Another hadith said, at the time of fitna, the best property of a Muslim will be sheep, which he will take on the top of mountains, so that to flee with his religion from the afflictions. Okay? And and other hadith says, those who will close their eyes from fitna will be saved. So check these hadiths and compare with the Ashab of Amal. What was Amal? When they stayed in the cave. Look, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, stay at home, close your eyes. Okay? And other hadith also, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, at a time of fitna, using tongue will be more dangerous than sword. Okay, Rasulullah said, break your swords. All these things are just like what Ashab Kahf did. Okay, close the door of information. Okay, you don't need all the information that is coming from the world is from unreliable sources. It's even in Quran in Surah Hujurat, Ya illadhina amanu in jaakum fasikum binabain fatabayyanu. Oh Muslim, O Mu'mineen, O faithful, when a person whose deeds are not good, whose deeds are evil, come to you with news, you should ascertain it, you should research about it. Now all the news which is coming from the world, you don't even know who is giving us these news, okay? So we have to stop these news, okay? We have to act upon the way of Ashab Kahaf, okay? Don't look at the news, don't watch the news, don't discuss the news. Do your job, earn your halal risk, improve your ikhlaq, do your ibadah. Okay, there's another hadith also, at the time of afflictions, if you have a caliph, you should follow. If you don't have a caliph, it's better to go in the jungle and eat the roots of the trees. Actually means to do not be indulge in the information that is coming from the world. So the takeaway of this discussion is to follow the Ashab Kahf and to stop ourselves from getting afflicted from the fitna of Dajjal. We have to do these amal. What is ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and having good dealing. You should know about good dealing, transaction with people, doing job, working to earn halal, and ikhlaq, manners, good polite manners, and then working hard in this world, plan and struggle. Don't just sit like and lazy, okay? And another thing, Amar bil Maruf wa Nahi and Munkar, order to do good and stopping from doing bad. And the last important thing is close door of all news. Stop all unnecessary information. Don't look, don't discuss news. Be like the people of the cave, Ashab Kahf. May Allah guide us all. May Allah make this beneficial for everybody. Ameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Barik wa salam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al mursalin. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.